Good day, sir. I am Deck Cadet Carmelo Tixon Duelongso Jr. For today's video, I am going to discuss about the effective communication during loading and unloading. So, effective means communications are to be established between the ship's deck officers and the cargo terminal, which shall remain effective throughout the cargo operations. The ship's officer responsible for the cargo loading and unloading plan, and the officer in charge responsible for on deck cargo's operation. So we have the procedures and guidelines for terminal prior to cargo loading and unloading in bulk carriers. So terminal representative is responsible for loading or loading the cargo in accordance with the hatch sequence and the tonnages stated on the ship's loading or unloading plan. In addition, the terminal representative should ensure the following. First, we have to complete the terminal specific checklist after consultations with ships before loading or unloading is commenced. Not deviate from the loading or unloading plan unless by prior consultations and arrangements by the ship. And trim the cargo mean loading or unloading to ship's requirements, and maintain a record of the weight and dispositions of the cargo loaded or unloaded, and to ensure that the weight on the hold do not deviate from the plan. So all ships must provide with the names and the procedures for contacting the terminal personnel or the shippers agent who will have responsibility for the loading or unloading operations and with whom the ships will have contact. Ensure that not hot work is carried out on board or in the vicinity of the ship while the ship is alongside with the berth, except with permissions of the master and in accordance with any requirements of the port administrations. And also to ensure that there is an arrangement between the master and the terminal representative, that all stages and all relations to all aspects of loading and unloading operations should preferably be agreed in principle prior to the arrival of the ship. And where loading terminals insert empty gaps into the flow of the materials to allow for changing hatches, these gaps should be adequate and there should be a good communications between loader and the stockyard to ensure the loader can move safely. For multi-unloader or loader operations, the terminal should inform the master of its procedures for preventing collisions between the loader and unloader. The cargo plan should normally ensure that the machines will be separated by at least one unworked hatch, and the actual quantities to be trimmed should be determined by the master or the captain in good time as loading completes, and the distributions clearly specified to the terminal representative and to the loader operator. Due allowance should be made for the belt runoff of the competition. So where load and unload plans are programmed into the computerized control system of loaders or unloaders. The operator should monitor this carefully, keep the program updated as the operations progress, or double check if the doubt, and be able to revert to a manual tally in event of any problems with the computer program. So the terminal representative should notify the master or the captain when cargo conditions have changed due to the weather. The terminal representative responsible for loading or unloading cargo should inform the ship or all relevant information regarding, first we have the cargo operations, second is the ship and terminal safety issues and regulations, and last is the arrangements for safe access from the ship. So Also, they must have a procedure for checking the origin, nature, and the extent of damage. Whether notify by the terminal or ship personnel, they have knowledge of how to work procedures to identify any risk and be familiar with the controls, measures, and precautions required. Nothing that it may be necessary to ballast one or more holds to reduce the cargo air draught of the ship with combinations carriers. This is unlikely to introduce hazard if the pipelines system has been well washed. However, if a pump or pipelines has not been adequately washed, the ballasting operations may discharge residual oil into the hold. Atmospheric tests in the hold should therefore be made before any hot work is carried out in, adjacent to or above ballasted hull. And good communication skills are mandatory for overall safety, security, safe navigation, and shipping businesses. And it is said that more than 80% of the merchant vessel is multilingual and multilinguistic. That's all, sir. Thank you.